What is up, YouTube? Fanta here, and you are watching Fantavision. So, I just wanted to go over some of the top selling games on Steam for 2016. So, let's go and look at the top 100. I also kind of want to cover the last day of sales. Not sure when you're watching this. If you're watching this, the sales are over. But if you're watching this while the sales are still going on, I'll go ahead and give you some ideas of what's worth picking up. Also, I'm going to give my thoughts on whether or not these games that are on the top 100 deserve to be here. So let's go ahead and start with the platinum area. I don't really know what that means. It doesn't tell you anywhere. There's nothing. There's nothing that tells you what platinum, gold, bronze, and silver and all that stuff mean. So let's go ahead and just look at the platinum games starting off. Grand Theft Auto 5, that's really no surprise. I mean, it did come out in 2015, but that is a game that started going on sale a lot more this year. So it does make sense that it was one of the top sellers. Now, of course, all these are not in order. They do randomize every single time you go to this page, so don't worry, it's not like it was the #1 bestseller. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, another game that came out in 2015, but another game that was continually getting DLC, new add-ons, and had a Game of the Year edition launch. So I've seen this game, yeah, $20 right now. That's a hell of a deal if you guys don't own the game already. Highly recommend that for $20, but you do need a very good PC. Same with Grand Theft Auto. The only reason I would recommend getting on the console at all is because I've heard a lot of problems on the multiplayer side of things because they've been banning people with barely any reason, or you'll have a program on your computer and they'll think it's hacking. It's really stupid. The Division. Now, this is surprising. I know it did come out this year, but I don't remember it doing that well. And if you look, it's gotten mixed reviews. I don't know. It didn't seem like that great of a game. It felt a lot like Destiny. I guess it was popular at first. I don't know. I didn't know that. I don't recommend that game though. Not that great, especially for that price, $25. I've seen it drop down to about 11. So hold off on buying that. If you're even interested in it, go pick it up for 11. Fallout 4, that was a late 2015 release, not surprising that it's been a big seller in 2016. It's gone on sale many, many times. It's already down below $20. The game is good. I mean, I'll recommend it for $20. The $60 that I spent on it wasn't worth it at all. It really felt like it just felt like an expansion, really. It didn't feel like anything really grandiose and new like they showed off. And of course it had all the features they showed off, but I don't know. I was just expecting something more, and it really was just kind of eh. XCOM, a lot of people love this game. I haven't had a chance to play it yet. I do on the first one. It does make sense that it was one of the top sellers because of just how much critical acclaim it was getting. CSGO, every single year, it's always a top seller. It's so cheap, $10 for a game that people spend hundreds of hours on. 1.6 million Steam reviews. It's crazy. Dark Souls 3, that series is still chugging along. I've never been a big fan of it, but as you can see, 11 of my friends own this game on Steam. 77 of my friends own this game on Steam for CSGO. And then No Man's Sky, it makes sense that it's in the top 100, but I think it should have been brought down, especially with how many people did refunds on it. So I feel like they should have subtracted the refunds from the sales, but I don't know if they did that. Maybe there's too many copies out there that weren't refunded. Terrible game. Don't pick it up, especially for $35.99. What the hell? I've seen that game for sub $20 all over the place in stores. Don't recommend it at all. Rocket League's amazing. $11.99 is not a bad price for it. Definitely a lot of fun. Total War, Warhammer, don't really have much to say. It does have mixed reviews though, and I feel like that's because of the shady pre-order practices they were having, because they had an entire race behind a paywall otherwise. Civilization 6, I haven't played this one yet. It looks wonderful from what I've seen. I've watched a lot of gameplay on it. It looks like a good game, but I will be waiting until all the DLC's out for it, and then I buy the complete edition. That's what I do for all those games. Doom, I think that belongs in the platinum category. Honestly, that game's fantastic. I haven't had a chance to spend too much time with it, but from what I have played, I love it. It's so great. A lot of people were hating on the multiplayer. I didn't mind the multiplayer. I thought it was a lot of fun. King of the Kill, haven't played that, but I won't play H1Z1 just because of all the controversy that surrounded the original release of H1Z1. And they had a lot of really shady business practices. Warframe, that's weird that's even on here because it's a free-to-play game. That came out in 2013. I guess people are newly downloading it. I'm not sure. The game looks interesting. I played a little bit on the Xbox One because my friends had it, and I don't know. I'm gonna hold off on downloading that game. I might do a worth the download episode of that game, but it's such a huge game. Like it's so many gigabytes. So I'll really have to do an in-depth review of that one because I don't want you guys trying it if it's not good. Because I mean, there's a lot of hard drive space involved with these games, especially games like that just keep getting new updates. So you don't want to waste all that time downloading it. You don't want to waste all that hard drive space if it's not good. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege started out. I put it on my disappointments of 2015 list because it didn't have a single player, and I will always say that you shouldn't buy a multiplayer only game for $60 right off the bat because it's not worth it. I mean, the game's only going to be alive as long as the servers are up, and $60, that's, I don't know, that's too much for me, especially when Rainbow Six has had such a great history of amazing campaigns and co-op gameplay. I was so sad that it didn't have it in this one, but I did pick this up for the PS4 because it's what my friends have it for like $15. So 25, not a great deal. I did see this actually the gold edition for 25 somewhere else. I don't know if it was on here. I don't think so. I think it was somewhere else. It was some other website. Rise of the Tomb Raider, I heard a lot of great things about this game. I haven't played it yet. It looks a lot like Uncharted, so if you've been waiting for it to drop, $30 isn't bad, but it is a single-player only game. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. It probably has some multiplayer aspect. In fact, I'm going to click it just so I know for a fact. Oh, it's rated M game. Yes, I know. That's fine. I wasn't born in 1979. Okay, yeah, it is a single-player only game, so it will drop to $20 within a few months, I'm sure. If it hasn't already. I picked it up for like $11 for the Xbox One back when it was only on the Xbox One. Stardew Valley, $10. Pick this game up. It's incredible. I love it. There's a reason the reviews are overwhelmingly positive. Such a great game. New episodes of that coming soon, I promise. Black Ops 3, mixed reviews. PC versions of Call of Duty games are always bad. I don't recommend them. Usually, the reason that they're bad is because the player count just isn't there for some reason. It used to be huge on PC, but a lot of the PC people have gone away from Call of Duty, and now they're playing CSGO. They're playing Team Fortress 2. They're playing everything else. There's so many other options, whereas console players are stuck with Call of Duty, Battlefield, and whatever. The only reason Battlefield isn't on these top 100 is because it's only on Origin, unfortunately. Stellaris, I have nothing to say. I have no idea what that game is. It looks interesting. I like space games, so I'll have to look into that later. Dead by Daylight, I played at E3. It was okay. It's a lot like Evolve in the fact that it's everyone versus one thing, but you can't even kill the one thing in the game. I don't know. It's just a survival game. A lot of people like it. I'm not a big fan, but $13 is probably not that bad. However, they are adding a lot of DLC to it, so maybe you want to wait for a Gold Edition or Game of the Year Edition, or whatever you want to call it. Arma 3, I've heard, is great, but I just can't get into how realistic the game is, and I don't think my computer can run it as well as I'd like it to. So maybe when I upgrade later to 1070 or something like that, I might pick up the game, but this is one of those games you get shot, you gotta bandage yourself because you might bleed out. If you break a bone, you gotta fix it. It's insane, so I'll probably pick that up in the future, but the game does look incredible. Ark Survival, I will not recommend for a long time because it's still early access, and they released DLC for it. What? What? No, that's stupid. I'm still very much against most early access games unless they change my mind, which is very difficult. Europa Universalis. Okay, so we're in the silver category now. Those are all the gold games. Europa Universalis. Oh, I didn't. Sorry, Team Fortress 2. I'm surprised it's still in the gold section, considering that it's been free to play for a long time. I guess it's just people getting into PC gaming that haven't had the game yet. I don't know. I will be doing worth a download on that pretty soon since I have that on my computer already. I can let you guys know if it's worth however many gigs it is. Europa Universalis, this is a very in-depth game. I picked up... Oh, what was it? It was another one of that type of series, and it's so in-depth and crazy. It takes like a half an hour to an hour just to learn how to play the game, basically. And I just haven't had the time to delve into it. Even more than that, probably like 2 hours just to learn how to play the game. Smite, I might do a worth the download as well. I used to love to play that game. Stop playing it. MOBAs are pretty much cancer when it comes to community because it's just the negativity is just way too much. I can't deal with it. So I stopped playing that, even though I invested quite a bit of money and time into that game. Rust, I don't recommend it at all. Last time I played it, it just, I don't know. There were too many resets of servers. People can destroy your stuff while you're gone. It's hard to create alliances with other players unless you have like a big clan of friends you know. I don't know. It depends. It's really, your mileage may vary. It's weird that it's not on sale at all. I don't know. I don't know. War Thunder. Love this game. Definitely doing a worth the download for this game. There's been some things they've changed that aren't so great, but there's so many great things about this game. I'll talk about that in the worth the download, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they included free-to-play games in the best sellers when they're not. I don't think it should be in there. I guess it's top grossing, so it's making a lot of money. Team Fortress 2 is making a lot of money, and of course CSGO is making bank on those unboxings of weapon skins. Civilization 5, day one buy, $750, but don't buy just this edition. I would buy so this is the bundle, $250, $750, so it's like $10 for everything. Yeah, right there. I have my collection complete, so I can't look at it. It's probably like $10. Definitely worth it. Watch Dogs 2, I haven't had a chance to play yet. The first one was abysmal, but this one I've heard's a little bit better, but I don't know. I believe it's an Ubisoft game. So yeah, Ubisoft, I'd wait till it drops. It's a mostly single player game. It's got some multiplayer aspects, but I would wait for it to drop further. $40 is not worth it. Skyrim is not on sale for some reason. That's weird. Okay, I would wait for that to go on sale because it's usually constantly on sale, but that's an amazing game. Definitely worth the buy when it is on sale. Hearts of Iron, haven't played it. City Skylines, amazing game. It's a lot like SimCity. I don't really know what else to say about it. It's just a lot of fun. It's got community-made content, and they keep adding new updates for free, which is cool. They do have DLC as well, which adds more to the updates they provide for free, but you don't really need to buy them. Subnautica, I haven't played that one. I've heard that's a pretty neat game. It's mostly just adventuring underwater. Far Cry Primal, I don't recommend. It's basically the map of Far Cry 4 with like old stuff, like ancient time weapons, mammoths, saber-toothed tigers, stuff like that. I would wait until it's even cheaper. $25 really isn't that cheap for that game, especially because, I don't know, I find the more modern Far Cry games a lot more fun than something with spears. I mean, you can use a bow in the new one. Why do you need a bow in this one? But that's just my personal opinion, of course. So, I don't know. I'd wait for that one to drop to about $10 before you buy that. Planet Coaster is wonderful. You can watch my series on that. I'm sure in the end screen I'll have a link to it. Definitely recommend that game. $38 though is a bit much. The only reason I got it was because my roommate really wanted me to start playing it, so he got it for me. And they do keep adding updates, but $38 is a lot for a video game. For me, at least. I usually buy games when they're around 20 to 30. So it's up to you, but I find it's a really fun game. But I would wait till it drops more. Because it will. It's a single player only game. They always do. Dying Light. I've heard it's gotten better. But I don't know. It felt a lot like Dead Island, and I wasn't a fan of that. So up to you, but me personally wasn't a huge fan. Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I think... Is this the new one? This is the new one. Okay, I bought this recently for $15 for the PS4. I've heard this game's pretty good, and I wouldn't recommend it for $60, but for $20, it looks like a fun game. I haven't played it yet, but it looks like a fun game. Tamriel Ultimate Edition, Unlimited, whatever. Elder Scrolls Online. This game, I don't know. I need to sink more time into it. It's a huge download. It says a huge commitment for your hard drive. And it's also a huge time commitment. I have heard that a lot of the game is playable single player, which is nice. You don't need to find groups for people, but that's also a lot of the fun of the MMO. So I will have to let you know later on in a future review or some video like that. But I don't know. I would hold off unless you know other friends are going to buy the game and they're willing to invest the time with you to play it. Otherwise, I don't know if the game is that much fun by yourself. Payday 2, they've redeemed themselves a little bit. They got rid of the stupid like the boxes and stuff, and I don't know though. It's another huge hard drive hog, and I don't know if the player base is still there for it, and I've heard pickup games aren't that great. So I would only recommend picking this up if you get your friends to pick it up with you. $5 isn't that bad, but you need friends. So here's a lot of bronze stuff. I'm going to skip the free-to-play unless I'm going to be doing a worth the download on it. Football Manager, I've got nothing to say on that. Final Fantasy, Realm Reborn, haven't played that. I've heard that's really good, though, from a lot of people. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, don't buy it. Battle Right, I don't know. Far Cry 4 is an amazing game. $15, it's not bad for $15. I think I'd hold off, though, wait for the DLC. Yeah, Far Cry 4 Gold is $30. I'm sure in a few months it'll be $20 for the Gold Edition. I'd wait. Darkest Dungeon, I heard is a really good game, but I probably wouldn't get into it because it's a super hardcore RPG. Your characters can easily die. I don't know. I might do a gameplay of that in the future. Not sure yet. Dishonored 2, $40. It's not a deal. Don't pick it up. I've seen that going for cheap, much cheaper, like $27.99 on Black Friday, and the day after, I believe, as well. That includes the PC version as well. Terraria is a must-buy. Just pick it up. There's nothing I have to say about that. $6. A little bit more expensive than it usually is, but it's only like $2 difference. Go pick that game up. Borderlands 2 is a lot of fun, but you need friends for it. And there's really too many other games. Oh, there's not too many, I guess, but that's really it. I haven't really played too much of the other ones. Rome Total War 2, it's okay. Steam controllers are a bit difficult to use. Gary's Mod's a day one buy for $5. So most of these games on here deserve to be in the top 100, but a lot of them don't. Oh, another game to mention, Factorio is a great game. Age of Empires 2, day one buy, $5. Factorio is great. It is $20, and I've never seen it go on sale, but $20 is definitely worth it for this game. Highly recommend it. And I might be picking up Borderlands the pre-sequel at some point soon, but I never pick up Borderlands games unless they include the DLC. Okay, $20.99 is not bad. I might pick that up. I'll see what my roommate says. Another one of those games that you have to pick up if you're like your friend or roommate or whatever is also picking it up, because you need a friend for it. It's really not that much fun by yourself. So with that, I think that's all I can really talk about. Kerbal's always a very big seller, but I heard the developers were kind of dicks. Yeah, Path of Exile, I'm going to do a worth the download on. I'm not able to convince my roommate so far to pick it up, so I don't know when I'm going to be doing that. Euro Truck Simulator 2. I've always been tempted to pick up one of those. Dishonored for $3.29. I might pick that up. It's only $3. I'm probably going to pick that up. Why not? The Culling wasn't very good. I played that at E3. Daisy, $29.74 for a mod. I don't think so, that the developer abandoned. Don't recommend that. I don't recommend anything that the developers created. Really? Oh, there's Crusader Kings. That's the game I was talking about that I picked up. That game I can't get into yet. Left 4 Dead 2, $4. Might as well pick it up. That's a great game. Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain, $23. It's not bad. But other than that, thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to be continuing my Planet Coaster gameplay pretty soon. Worth the download of Team Fortress 2 coming pretty soon. And I'm going to continue my gameplay of Stardew Valley at some point. Hopefully soon. Those are a bit longer to do because those are 40 minutes each. So thanks for watching, guys. If you guys like the video, definitely leave a like down below. And subscribe for gameplays and videos like this. See ya.